reality revolution. Today, we are doing the Discovering Your Optimal Timeline activation. With my coaching clients, I like to go through a process where I tune them into their optimal timeline. Oftentimes, you don't really know what your greatest timeline would be. My desire is for you to live the ultimate life, the very best life you could live, with no regrets, completely satisfied, experiencing all your wishes and dreams coming true. What would be the best life that you could live? Sometimes people make a lot of money and they're not happy. Sometimes people travel the world and they hate it. We want you to experience everything that you ever imagined and live the very best life. So I want to use this process to awaken an understanding of your optimal timeline, for you to identify it, to begin imagining it and seeing it as real. By listening to this, I will begin to inspire your imaginative mind to start seeing this timeline. Your goal after you do this activation is to regularly check in with this timeline. Just put your hand on your heart, close your eyes, and instantly look for and see images from that magnificent timeline that is available to you. My greatest desire is for you to live your best life. And this is the beginning of that process. Right now, as you're watching this video, infinite versions of your life are playing out simultaneously. There's a timeline where you are living in your dream home, experiencing perfect health, surrounded by authentic love, with amazing friendships, and doing work that fulfills your soul completely, free to do what you want, when you want. There's a version of you who has already solved every problem you're currently facing, who has already achieved every goal you're working toward, who has already become the person that you're trying to become. The question isn't whether this optimal timeline exists. Quantum physics tells us it does, and at a minimum, it exists within the information field around you. Within the information field that is an aspect of the quantum field, every possibility exists in the space and air all around you. This activation will teach you to scan the infinite field of parallel realities until you locate your optimal timeline. Then begin the process of attuning your consciousness to its exact frequency. This is consciousness technology based on the same quantum principles that govern reality at the subatomic level. You're going to discover what your life looks like when every limitation has been dissolved, when every dream has been fulfilled, when you are operating from your absolute highest potential. You're going to learn to observe this timeline like watching a movie, seeing yourself living this reality, feeling how this version of yourself moves through the world. But here's what makes this different from other activations that you've tried. You're not imagining what could be possible. You're discovering what already is. Your greatest timeline exists right now, and by the end of this session, you'll know exactly how to find it, observe it, and begin aligning with its frequency. This is preparing you for something even more profound, which we will do in future meditations. That's learning to integrate with the consciousness of your future self in this timeline, who naturally maintains this optimal reality. This is a personality blueprint. But the first step that I have found, which may be the hardest, is defining what your ultimate reality is. What is it you want to do? How do you want to live? How do you want to feel? You need to know where you're going. You need to map the territory of your highest potential first in order to get there. If you're ready to discover the life that's been waiting for you, if you're ready to learn consciousness technology that will change how you interact with reality itself, then let's begin scanning for the timeline where you are already living your dreams. What I want you to do is just allow yourself to settle completely into this moment. Take a big, deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, let go of any tension that you've been carrying in your body. With each breath, you unconsciously allow yourself to sink deeper into relaxation and openness, feeling your shoulders drop, your jaw soften. Your entire nervous system begins to calm and reset. Just place your attention on your breath now. No need to control it, but simply witness the natural rhythm of inhaling and exhaling. As you breathe, imagine that each inhale is drawing pure life force energy into your body. And each exhale is releasing anything that no longer serves you. Feel this energy beginning to circulate through your system, awakening every cell, every organ, every aspect of your physical being. Now bring your awareness to your heart center. Place your hand on your heart and begin to generate a feeling of genuine joy. This isn't forced happiness or artificial positivity. Just connect with the deep joy that exists at the core of your being. The joy of simply being alive. The joy of infinite possibility. The joy of who you truly are beneath all the conditioning and limitation. And begin to slow down your breath. Breathing in for 4 to 5 seconds. Breathing out for 4 to 5 seconds. Trying to keep the breath going in and out about the same. Allow this joy to expand and intensify with each breath. Feel it radiating from your heart center, creating a resonant sphere of light around your entire body. This sphere is composed of high-frequency energy particles that naturally attract joy, love, and authentic expression. As this sphere strengthens and brightens, you're creating the perfect conditions for what we're about to explore. Now, I want you to know something profound about the nature of reality in this very moment. As you sit here, infinite versions of your life exist simultaneously across parallel timelines. There's a timeline where you're living your absolute dream life. There's a timeline where every wish has been fulfilled, where every limitation has been transcended, where you are expressing your highest potential in every area of existence, traveling the world, living in your dream home, living your happiest life, with the best of friends, feeling so good and happy all the time. Your optimal timeline doesn't need to be built from scratch. It exists as a complete, fully formed reality right now. That version of you is waking up in the morning, having breakfast, living out their day, traveling. They're enjoying their life right now. They are living in perfect health, surrounded by authentic love, amazing friendships, magnificent prosperity, and expressing their deepest gifts with complete freedom and joy. This is not daydreaming. This is not wishful thinking. This is quantum reality operating according to the principles that we've been discussing. Our intention today is not to imagine what might be possible, but to discover and connect with what already is. We're going to scan the infinite field of possibility until we locate your optimal timeline. And then we're going to attune your consciousness to its frequency. As we begin this exploration, I want you to release any preconceived notions about what your optimal timeline might look like. Allow yourself to be surprised by what wants to emerge. Let go of any need to make logical sense of what you discover. Your authentic desires know no bounds, and your optimal, greatest timeline may include possibilities that your rational mind, based upon its past experience, has never dared to consider. Your optimal timeline may be well beyond anything that you're imagining or dreaming. Now imagine that a magnificent genie appears before you. This is not any ordinary genie that limits you to 3 wishes. This is a genie of infinite power who looks at you with complete love and says, I will grant you unlimited wishes. There are no restrictions, no catches, no limitations, no impossibilities. You are not being tricked. Whatever your heart truly desires, whatever your soul longs for, whatever would make your life absolutely perfect, I will make it real. What do you wish for? Allow yourself to feel into this moment completely. I want you to come up with all your wishes that you would give to that genie. This genie has the power to transform every aspect of your existence without limit. What immediately comes to your heart and mind? What do you find yourself wishing for? Nobody else can hear these wishes. You're not being judged by it. You can wish for anything you want. Don't think about what's realistic or practical. Don't consider how it might happen or whether you deserve it. Simply connect with your authentic desires and allow them to surface naturally. Take your time with this. Let your wishes emerge organically. Feel into what would make your heart sing with joy. What would make you feel completely alive and fulfilled and satisfied? What are you drawn to? What excites you? Anything is possible. What creates a sense of expansion and possibility in your being? There are no limits. You can have anything you want. You can do anything you want. I want you to start declaring your wishes for exactly what you want. If you need to stop it here and write it down, feel free. You can have as many wishes as you want. There are no limit to the number of wishes, and you're not going to be tricked by these wishes. It's not like in stories where the wish turns out to be a nightmare. Nothing like that. I'm going to give you a little bit of time to really imagine what your wishes would be. Let your wishes come from within you. Come up into your consciousness and begin to see them played out in the laboratory of your mind. What you started to see in your mind as you started to envision these wishes coming true was the beginnings of your optimal timeline coming into your conscious awareness. Continue to think about what those wishes would be. Do not deny yourself anything. You deserve everything that you ever wanted. And that is the key. Now, with those authentic wishes alive in your consciousness, let's explore how they manifest in the realm of prosperity and abundance. I want you to scan the infinite field of timelines until you locate one where money flows to you effortlessly, where abundance is as natural as breathing. Feel into this timeline now, where large sums of money come to you easily and quickly in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continuous basis. What does this magnificent prosperity look like in your life? Allow your consciousness to tune into a reality where money is never a source of stress or limitation, but rather a flowing energy that supports every aspect of your existence with overflow, miracles, dreams, and wonder. Notice how this feels in your body, how it changes your relationship with the world around you. In this perfect timeline, how do you experience abundance when all financial concerns have been completely dissolved? What shifts in your awareness when you never have to think about whether you can afford something? Feel into the freedom this creates, the way it opens up possibilities that don't even exist in timelines constrained by financial limitation. Allow yourself to really explore what becomes possible when you are receiving maximum amounts of prosperity. What projects can you pursue? What experiences become available? Where can you travel? What sort of houses can you own? How does your relationship with work transform? Notice what emerges when money becomes a tool for expression rather than a source of survival anxiety. envision complete freedom to do what you want, when you want to do it. In this magnificent timeline, your time belongs entirely to you. You wake up each morning with the luxury of choice, knowing that every moment of your day can be aligned with your authentic desires rather than external obligations driven by financial need. What does your ideal day look like when all limitations have been removed? Allow yourself to move through a typical day in this timeline. How do you spend your morning? What activities fill your afternoon? How do you choose to invest your energy when survival needs are completely handled and you are thriving, flourishing, and you're free to follow your deepest inspirations and desires without limit? Feel into how you spend your time when every choice comes from authentic desire rather than financial pressure. If you so desire, see yourself traveling extensively, exploring the world, cultures and landscapes that inspire you. Notice the contrast, how this prosperity timeline feels different from any financial success you might have experienced in your current reality. This isn't money earned through struggle or sacrifice. This isn't abundance that comes with stress or fear. This is prosperity that flows from alignment. Allow yourself to really attune to the energetic signature of this timeline. Begin to feel the ease and flow, the natural magnetism that draws abundance without effort or strain. Begin to scan those timelines, and you begin to find one where you're completely accepted for who you truly are. In this timeline, notice how you interact with others when you're operating from complete authenticity. Begin to see experiences where you have deep friendships with people that authentically care about you, and you authentically care about them. Tune into a timeline where you experience fulfilling, passionate love with your soulmate, your specific person, the most amazing person that you can imagine. You're in an intimate partnership that nourishes every aspect of your being. This is love that sees you completely, accepts you unconditionally, and inspires you to become the highest version of yourself. How does love express in this optimal timeline? Notice how your partnerships enhance rather than diminish your individual expression. Feel into how this love affects every other area of your life. See yourself enjoying wonderful days with the love of your life. Continue scanning into all the timelines. I want you to find the one where your body feels like it's operating at its optimal frequency. Allow yourself to tune into a physical experience where every system in your body functions in perfect harmony. Feel into what it's like when your energy levels are naturally high throughout the day. In this timeline, your body isn't just absent of illness or pain, it's vibrant, energetic, radiant. It's an expression of your consciousness operating at its highest level. Feel into what it's like to wake up each morning feeling completely refreshed and alive, ready to engage with whatever experiences your day holds. How do you move through the world when your physical vessel is fully alive? Maintaining the right amount of exercise, sleep, and eating that creates your ideal body and health. In this timeline, you have a beautiful, harmonious relationship with your physical form. Your body becomes a trusted partner in your life's journey. Notice how this vitality affects your enthusiasm for life, your excited, your willingness to take on challenges, your capacity to serve others from a place of overflow rather than depletion. Now I want you to connect with a timeline where you're fully expressing your authentic gifts, where the unique talents and abilities that live within you are flowing freely into the world without any fear, hesitation, or limitation holding you back. In this timeline, what wants to be created through you when all fears are dissolved. Allow yourself to feel into the creative force that moves through you when you're operating from complete freedom and authenticity. Feel into a timeline where abundant joy is your natural state, where happiness isn't something you have to chase or create, but something that bubbles up from within you as a natural expression of living in complete alignment with your truth. Feel what it feels like to feel better than you've ever felt before. But that becoming your actual baseline, the way you feel every day when you wake up and go to sleep. Feel that joy flowing through you now as you scan all these timelines. Now I want you to explore your dream home. Between your fingers you hold the key. You feel the texture of the key, and you see the outside of this beautiful home. Where is it located? What sounds do you hear? Walk up and put the key into the door and turn the key. And as you open the door, you can feel the ownership of this home. I want you to walk around this home, feeling the texture of the surfaces, smelling the air, walking through all the rooms. How many rooms do you have in your dream home in your optimal timeline? Do you have a workout room? Do you have a movie theater? Is there a pool? Where is it located? Really walk around and feel out this amazing location that becomes your home on your optimal timeline. If it's where you live now, then walk around it. See it as a part of your optimal timeline. See yourself sharing wonderful experiences in your dream home with your family and friends. Allow yourself to experience living in a space that feels sacred, peaceful, energizing, whatever quality most supports your highest potential. Run your hands along the surfaces. What do your fingers touch? Feel the quality of light that fills your spaces. Sit down in your favorite spot in this home and feel the surface supporting your body. Notice how your muscles relax into this space. Walk through this home and feel how your body moves through these spaces. Touch the objects and furnishings that fill your space. Feel the textures and materials that surround you. Notice how everything you touch feels supportive, beautiful, and aligned with your consciousness. Now I want to teach you how to actively observe your optimal timeline in action. This is the skill of timeline scanning. Put your hand on your heart and allow your consciousness to lock onto the frequency of everything you've discovered and begun to see as we've gone through these moments from this timeline unfolding before you. What do you see when you observe a typical morning? Watch yourself moving through your routine. Scan forward and observe yourself engaged in the work that fulfills you completely. What do you see happening? Notice your posture, your facial expression, the way you carry yourself when you're living your purpose. How does it feel to witness yourself operating from this incredible level of authentic expression? Observe yourself, living your life, vitally healthy, abundantly happy, free to do what you want. This skill of timeline observation is now yours to use whenever you choose. You have not begun to scan through multiple timelines. So I want you to step back and begin to see all the timelines available to you in your future, stretching out before you with lines. Some of them leading to where you're at now, some to entirely new places. There's the valleys and the hills. See all the different possibilities, how many of them are quite similar to yours, just slightly different. Begin to notice one timeline where everything we've envisioned is happening at once. Try to create a three-dimensional image of all your timelines, and this timeline's on the very top, following a golden path. Begin to tune into that one timeline, the greatest timeline of all, the one where you're looking back and saying, this is the best life I have ever lived in all my lives. You have no regrets. You're completely satisfied. See this place where you have evolved spiritually, emotionally, mentally. See this place where you are who you were truly meant to be. Now, what I'm advising you to do is to begin to write down everything after this activation that you saw as I guided you through this different imaginings. As you scan these different timelines, write down the things you saw. If you saw people, places, or things, write them down. I want you to begin to create the elaborate version of this timeline. If you want to write it all out, script it all out, go ahead. Describe what it's like when you wake up, when you go to sleep. Describe all the details about your dream home. If you're driving in a car, I want you to describe it. If there are people in your life, I want you to describe them. I want you to continue to look into this timeline. More and more you refine what this perfect timeline is for you. You know what your wishes and dreams are. I want you to start seeing and envisioning it. Take your time to write this down, to talk it out. Begin to see it, because we're going to do future meditations where you are continually envisioning into this optimal timeline. And you've undergone the process of tuning into and connecting to your magnificent timeline right now. And anytime throughout the day, you can put your hand on your heart, close your eyes, and you'll see an image from this timeline. Maybe it's the beach. Maybe it's a beautiful forest. Maybe it's a wonderful home. Give yourself this gift. When you wake up in the morning, just say, what am I doing right now in this timeline? At lunch, put your hand on your heart and check. What am I doing right now in this wonderful timeline? When you are done with dinner, give yourself a check. It takes 1 second. I want you to start getting into a habit of regularly checking into this timeline, scanning these timelines. You're not imagining. It's like you got binoculars on and you're looking into the timeline and seeing what's actually happening. As you continue this process, you'll begin to have memories from this timeline. You'll begin to integrate with that version of you that lives this life. But there are infinite versions of you. And all we're trying to do right now is architect the exact timeline for you, to really start to create it, to put it in our minds, put it on paper, make it real. The more real that you can make it, the easier it will be to tune into. You are making this become real by going through this process. This is the beginning of you tuning into the electronic signature, the electromagnetic signature, the light signature, the emotional signature of this timeline. Every step you take along this path brings you closer to this magnificent reality. It doesn't matter what's happening in the outside world. It does not matter what has happened in your past. Let go of your past. It has no bearing on where we're going in our future. I want you to fully embrace this wonderful timeline. We're not manifesting one thing. We're not visualizing one experience. We're creating a life. I want you to share with me your ultimate timeline. Put it in the comments. Share the images that you saw. By going through this process, oftentimes you'll see things that you didn't see before. And we're just getting started on this incredible technique as we begin to integrate with this timeline. We've now taken my teachings about shifting into parallel realities through quantum jumps and transurfing into these wonderful experiences. We're taking it to the next level. We are reality architects creating our ultimate life. And you have begun this process now. And we're just getting started. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com. And welcome to the Reality Revolution.